Welcome to African News Roundup. Starting off this segment, Zimbabwe launched its upgrade banknotes on Tuesday with an appeal to national pride and confidence. The Big Five series features the country's iconic animals to symbolize national identity and resilience. The rollout begins with 10, 20, and 50 Zimbabwe gold notes. Higher denominations will follow later depending on demand and monetary conditions. Citizens have long distrusted their own currency, viewing US dollars and South African rand as more stable. The new notes are part of a wider effort to restore public trust in local money, and in 2024, the Zimbabwean dollar was replaced by the gold-backed Zimbabwe gold, or ZiG, aimed at giving the currency a stable anchor that would protect it from the rapid depreciation of previous monetary regimes. All ZiG notes will remain in circulation indefinitely to avoid disruption or confusion amongst the public. Here is my view. This brings small hope, but strong doubts. The new notes and gold-backed currency sounds good, but past experiences make people cautious. Many will still trust US dollars or rand more, but for now, it's a wait-and-see situation. Real confidence will only come if the currency stays stable over time. Still on African news, Cameroon confirmed on Monday the death of 16 of its citizens involved alongside the Russian military in Ukraine. The Cameroonian Ministry of External Relations published a list of 16 names it had obtained through a verbal note from the Russian embassy in Yaoundé on the 5th of March 2026. The document said the death of these Cameroonian nationals occurred in the zone of the so-called Special Military Operation, a term used by Russians to describe its full-scale invasion of Ukraine launched in February 2022. In November 2025, Kyiv said Moscow had recruited over 1,400 African nationals to fight in its war against Ukraine. Over the past months, several African countries, including Kenya and South Africa, have had to address the cases of citizens allegedly tricked into joining Russian armed forces. Now, this is heartbreaking and alarming, and people will question why citizens ended up fighting in a foreign war, whether it is due to hardship or deception. And it also raises fear and anger as families mourn and others worry about more lives at risk. The government should take proper action and stop this. Finally, on African news, 7 members of Eritrea national football team have reportedly failed to return home after their side's recent victory over Eswatini, according to sources familiar with the situation. Now, the team had secured a significant 2-1 away win, sealing a 4-1 aggregate triumph and booking a place in the qualifying group stage of the Africa Cup Nations for the first time in nearly 2 decades. However, the achievement has been overshadowed by reports that several players did not make the journey back. The incident adds to a pattern that has followed Eritrean teams competing abroad. Over the years, multiple players and in some cases entire squads have chosen not to return after international assignments. Human rights organizations have long raised concerns about the condition in Eritrea, describing the state as highly restrictive, allegations the government denies. The country has also seen a significant number of its citizens seeking asylum overseas. Similar episodes have been recorded in the past, and in 2019, several members of the under-20 team went missing during a regional tournament in Uganda. In 2015, a group of senior players did not return after World Cup qualifier in Botswana, and earlier in 2013, more than a dozen players and staff sought asylum in Uganda, and while in 2009, nearly the entire senior squad failed to return following a trip to Kenya. Now, this is my take. This is both sad and revealing. The team's success should bring pride, but the players not returning suggests deeper problems at home. Many people may understand their choice, but it still feels embarrassing and overshadows the victory. All these news were gotten from African News, and that brings us to the end of this segment. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.